Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa for the call of this one. We bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Just a minute ago, it was Jameis Winston leading his Buccaneers out of the tunnel. They're on their feet here in Tampa as the Bucs get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And when you scout him on tape, you see the big wind-up delivery. But one other thing I noticed, when it's time to turn it loose, to let that ball go, it gets out of his hands quickly at that point and gets from A to B, B being the receiver, with some dispatch.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jameis on second down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Tight end right. Ready. White 25.
Play fake. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Legion forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
go now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ready. Blue ready.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Single. Ready. Blue ready.
2nd down, Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight end's right. Ready. Blue ready.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On is Chandler Catanzaro now for the Buccaneer field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They move the ball well on their opening drive.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. Here's Desmond King on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
One way you become the all-time leading passer for your team is pure talent, and Phillip Rivers has plenty of that. But there's also dedication to your craft and the willingness to get better all the time. Phillip Rivers has a van set up with a driver so that when he goes to and from practice, he's able to watch tape and find ways to improve his mechanics each and every day.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
I have to admit, I've rather enjoyed watching Melvin Gordon's improvement as he's developed as an NFL player because it started for me in college. Every year he was in school, he would add something extra to his game. First year, he knew how to run. He wanted to add pass receiving to his game. The next year, he wanted to add pass protection to his game. Did all of that. That turned him into a first-rounder and now a front-line NFL back.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Rivers to Allen on the hook up there. 49 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Kendall Beckwith on the stop. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
After Quan Alexander was drafted by Tampa Bay, I asked someone in the organization, where are you going to play him? Outside linebacker? And they said, no, we're actually going to play him in the middle. And that surprised me because of his size. But as they told me, this is a speed game in the NFL now, and there won't be any faster middle linebackers than Quan Alexander, who uses his speed to evade blocks, slip blocks, and run down ball carriers.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Ready, Delta! 85!
Throwing, Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, Rivers. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Tampa after this message. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And the former Florida Gator, Sturgis, gets it to go. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up
I
with
like
sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
A really
one.
good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
little
thing.
bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw is Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Howard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Ready. Blue ready.
From the gun, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. The give is to Jones, and he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready. Blue ready.
And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready.
Jameis to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready. Black 22.
Now Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Let's go now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. Blue ready. Boys, hold up.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there at 22. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
They come out here in the eye. They'll throw again. Winston. A dump underneath to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Ready. Black, boys up. Boys up.
Again, it's Winston. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A first down throw here for Rivers. Good footwork at the 30. Green with a catch left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Ready.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Adam Humphries deep for Tampa Bay. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Ready. Blue lady. Let me go. Let me go.
Jameis now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Ready. Blue lady. Go.
To throw, Winston. A dump off to Sims. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going.
Hey,
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ready! Blue ready!
Jameis again. Airing this one out for Evans. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised, just a field goal separating these two teams, as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return it now, here's King. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On play action, Rivers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chris Conte. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Following the interception, Winston throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On second down, it's Jones. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Ready. Blue lady.
On third down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Returning, it's Benjamin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Being chased out left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Allen has it, left side. A Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Rivers now from the 50. And incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And able to find Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rivers again. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll try to throw here. Rivers looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Ready? Blue ready.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Play fake. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Bucs on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Black 25. Boys, head up. Boys, head up.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Here's Brian Anger now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now Benjamin. Look at the spin.
Balance.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Rivers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers over the middle. He's got Tyrell Williams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
380!
Rivers on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Rivers on the right side, caught by Green. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Again, it's Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Rivers. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Dylan Cantrell, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. To throw is Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Ready? Blue lady.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. He's going to float this one deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
So out come the Chargers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made by Chris Conte.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.